Mike with Mike's Bags, and today I'm reviewing the Tornado by Swag Bags. This is one of the new bags that Swag Bags is releasing this year. So let's go ahead and dive in, break this Tornado down. Slow side is a hybrid material. It is the same slow side that you find on the Swag Bags Kaboom, same slow side as the B3 Coyote, Southwest Hefe, Corner Graphics, Hustle, the Buffalo Sauce, Sub-Zero Wintertide. It's a lot of bag companies are using it. It's a wonderful material. It's a very versatile material, very player-friendly material. It's a controllable material for as hole-friendly as it is. That's one of the reasons why I really like it. I call it a 5-speed. It's a touch slower, a touch more controllable than that Viper R slow side. So if you've thrown that hybrid material on the slow side, the Viper R, or a bag that uses that same material, and you don't like how quick that is, try this out. This is just a touch slower, a little more controllable. So 5-speed on the slow side. Fast side, this is the same fast side that Swag Bags uses on their Shazam. It's the Game Changer Surefire fast side. It's one of the more popular fast side materials out there. I call it an 8.5 speed. It's kind of an 8 to 8.5 speed. It's fast, but still has a little bit of control to it. It's great for pushing through congestion on the board. It's great for collecting and pushing through blocks. It's a wonderful fast side material. Pairs really well with this slow side. So we're looking at a 8.5 speed on this bag. The template on this Tornado is a medium template bag. It's kind of that standard template you get with your Swag Bags. It's got a medium and a fill in here, so you have flop. It is not overly floppy at all. These bags are a little fuller when you get them new, but these materials do have some stretch to them, so they will loosen up, start to flop a little bit. But it's not, again, I don't call it a floppy bag. I call it a medium and a flop here. The fill in this bag is a mixture of flat fills. I feel some flat discs in here. I think some of that thicker flat fill. I don't feel any beads in here, so it's very similar, if not the same fill that you have in the Chaos or the Maniac I just reviewed. If you're familiar with those bags, that's what you get. Now the fill and the flop give this bag a ton of forgiveness. So one of the downsides of this material is it does tend to have a kick to it, especially if you have more of a bead fill, bouncier fill in here, or a fuller bag. But the flop that Swag Bags used here, as well as this mixture of flat fill, really gives the bag a ton of forgiveness. So if you don't throw the flattest of bags, you have a tilt in your bag one or the other, it's not going to punish you. It's still a bag you can throw and get away with. So if you've been looking at throwing one of these hybrid materials, but every time you pick one up, they seem to kick on you, give these Tornadoes a try. I think you're going to love the forgiveness they have with it. The flop also gives the bag a ton of forgiveness around the hole, right? You've got enough that if you just get a corner to grab the hole, it's going to pull it back in. One of my weaknesses when I struggle is consistency. I start to lose focus, whatever. I just have a hard time sometimes hitting in my landing zone, and I get a little off, left or right or whatever. And this bag really does a great job of making up for that. And I love when bags make up for my mistakes and make me look better than what I am. And that's what this Tornado does. So really love the playability of it around the hole, the forgiveness you get around the hole on this bag. It's a very collectible bag around the hole too. So if you do have a bag go up there and hang up, it's not that hard to collect, because both these materials extremely hole friendly. They really are. That's the beauty of these materials, especially the slow side. I love the hole friendliness of it with the control you still get with it. So if a bag's up there hanging by any chance, you don't have to get super crazy aggressive. You can throw a bag up there, hit it usually brings it right back in. So very collectible around the hole. These bags are ACL stamped for 2024, so if you're playing ACL events, you can throw these Tornadoes. Let's go ahead and dive in and talk about playability here. And as I mentioned, this is a very versatile bag. You can take this slow side, and if you just want to run bags in the hole, go hole for hole, you can do it with this bag. It does a great job. Both materials are very hole friendly. You're gonna have bags drip in the hole. As long as you get up near the hole, they're probably gonna go in on you. So great for that hole for hole style game that you want to play. It's also a bag that if you want to play a dirty style game, you can throw blockers up there. You got plenty of control of the slow side. You can put blockers up there where you want. You can get aggressive, put blockers more on your opponent's side because of the fullness of the bag. It's very easy to collect. So, and most of the time I'm collecting slow side on these bags. So if I put a bag up there, I'm coming down, you can just clip a corner. It doesn't accordion up like a floppy bag does. You're clipping a corner, taking it in. Great for that push and replace style game. So if you like to throw a blocker up, you're kind of level one blocker in the middle of the hole, and the next bag you just push it, place it, leave it there, and do it. Last bag you flip it over, plenty of speed to push through and follow in. This bag does a great job, and I really like that. I also like the bag because of the control you have with this slow side. You can shape shots with it, cuts, rolls, flops, does it really well. Maybe not the easiest bag to learn on because of this forgiving fill in here as well as the flop. It doesn't have that natural bounce and movement. So if you struggle with the orientation of the bag, you're still working on trying to get the tilt, the angle, the back load, the front load, whatever for those cuts, rolls, flops. Maybe not the best bag to learn on. In fact, Swag Bags has the Emerald XR, which is better for learning. That's a very easy bag to cut, roll, flop. That's a bag you might want to start to learn on. And then once you get kind of comfortable with the orientation and getting the tilt and angle of the bag right, then you can jump this Tornado because it has cutability to it. Even though it's very forgiving on landing, I had no problem throwing my cuts. I really like to throw blockers up there, get that block up there, maybe a little more on my opponent's side and their lane. Gives me a lane to to throw my cut, step out, kind of cut around it. Last bag, I just flip it over fast side, come down, collect it, and take those bags in. And that's the style of game I like to play with this bag, is more of that hybrid style where I'm throwing a blocker up here or there. Maybe I'm running bags in the hole one round. The next round, okay, now I want to play a dirty round, or maybe I want to just, run a couple bags in, throw a third bag blocker, whatever. You just have a ton of versatility in this bag to really mix your rounds up and keep your opponent guessing on what you're doing. And I love the versatility. I love the options this bag gives you. I'm always a fan of a bag when you have options. No matter the situation, you've always got multiple options. And with this fast side, if there's a lot of congestion on the board, you've got enough speed on this fast side to really push through and take in multiple bags and collect them. I didn't have a problem these bags clogging the hole. Sometimes you get bags that aren't super floppy, they want to clog. There's enough flop here that if you got multiple bags up there and you have to push through, they fold up nicely and they'll drip right in the hole. So I had no problems with bags clogging the hole at all on these tornadoes. So it's not something you really have to worry about. So you can definitely throw multiple blockers up there and then your last bag push through and clean up. Now, one question I'm sure I'm gonna get from a lot of you is, what's the difference between the tornadoes and the Kabooms? Biggest difference that I can tell you is the fast side. That Kaboom has a slower fast side. I call it about a 7. Between a 7 and 8 on that fast side of the Kaboom. This is more like an 8, 8.5, so just a notch faster on the fast side. Which one should you throw? I would say that if you've thrown the Kabooms and maybe you struggled with that collect, maybe you're not a hard thrower, you have a little bit softer throw, maybe you play on slower boards and you find it hard to really push through and collect with that Kaboom, that's where I think this tornado comes in, right? It's got this faster fast side, you can really push through, clean up a little bit better. But if you're a harder thrower, I think that Kaboom is still a better option because you've got that more controllable fast side that you can flip it over, throw fast side, and not really worry about it getting away or flying off the board. Where this quicker fast side may be a little tougher for the harder throwers to really throw and control unless you're really trying to just blow through a pile. So that's the biggest difference. I hope that really kind of answers that question. That's kind of what, to me, honestly, I like this bag better than the Kaboom because I do like this faster fast side because I love putting multiple blockers. I like just having a mess on the board. I'll put my first 3 bags as blockers, just create all kinds of congestion. And then I want a fast side I can flip over, throw hard, and just blow it up and take multiple bags. And that's kind of why I like this on that fast side. If I'm going more hole for hole style game, that's when I would go with Kaboom because with Kaboom, I can still flip it over on fast side and with my throw, still be able to throw that. So if I need to sneak a bag in, I want to make sure my last bag goes in, I'll go slick side. That Kaboom's a more controllable fast side. I can throw that there if I want to run bags in the hole, that's the bag I want. If I want to play more of a dirty style game, I actually want the tornado because I like the collectability of this fast side as far as pushing through multiple bags. So hopefully that answers your question out there. Leads me into availability on these tornadoes. And as of right now, as this is recording, these bags are not yet been released. By the time you're watching this, they're probably released very soon. If not, they've already been released. So go to swagbagscornhole.com. I'll put a link in the description. That's their website. Go there, take a look, see if the bags are available on the website. If not, follow their social media through Swag Bags because they'll post on there when these bags are being released. The bags are going to be right about $90. That's where they fall at $89.99 for a set of bags. So it's kind of that medium price point for bags. Definitely worth it. I think they're worth the price on that. Swag Bags has $13 shipping, and that's actually a flat shipping. So if you add multiple sets, it's still $13. So if you've been eyeing some other sets they have, or if you've got some friends who are wanting to buy some bags, put them all in one order, put multiple sets in there. You can save a little money on that shipping if you want to. But even if you buy one set of bags, it's $103 shipped to you. Still medium price point, well worth it. I have no issues with paying that for a set of bags. These are high quality bags. I think you really enjoyed them. If you've thrown these tornadoes, I'd love to hear your feedback. Drop a comment down below what you like, what you don't like. Always love hearing your guys' opinions. I thank you so much for your support, and I thank you for watching.